I know what you. And I was trying to, I guess, be nice just in case the bosses were listening.
Well, hey, set it up and I'll knock it out of the park because that one is an easy home run. F Microsoft Outlook. I will say nothing else. I will say nothing good about it.
It is terrible. It is terrible.
Unbelievable.
Hey, why don't you just Gmail me, okay?
Hotmail, anything.
You would take AOL.com.
Dude, I will take the pigeon. Bring me a note. Land on my shoulder. Like anything.
Oh, good. My carrier pigeon is here. So what do you use? Do you use Outlook at your office? No, we use carrier pigeon. It's faster.
Carrier pigeon. It's faster.
It's faster.
It's more reliable.
It's faster. Anyway, well, look, we're on now. We're ready to get it. 7:10 here on the Plan B Morning Show. Don't forget, we are streaming. Find us on Twitch. Find us on Facebook. Find us on the Plan B Morning Show YouTube page. Don't make me do this morning, okay?
What?
Don't make me get into it.
Nice.
Your Lululemon shirt, Jesus. That come with a vaginal dam? Did it come with a
Dude, it's got all these extra pockets.
Did that come with a menstrual cup? All right, for God's sake.
It came with a pregnancy test.
It came with an ex-boyfriend named Kyle.
Kyle. Hate you, Kyle.
Oh my God. Anyway. All right. Well, tune in so you can see Hunter in his fancy Lululemon shirt. Right now, we got to keep things moving here, folks. It is time for your morning dump. Here we go. As always, your morning dump brought to you by Pump
That
Septic. Clean your septic today with Pump That Septic. Call them 269-445-7777
or
visit pumpthatseptic.com. Yeah, pump it.
You think? What if they had changed their name in the future to Dat and not that? Because we say it every day. We've been saying that every day for
Pump that. Yeah,
they were like the first sponsor, right, for the show.
Yeah.
Or one of them.
I think so. one of the first. Yeah, they've been with us for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would feel honored that our poor grammar got them to be like, look, it's just easier, guys, because you said dat for so long. Yeah. Everyone thinks it's dat. We had to change our website. We had to change our business cards.
One time. Somebody messaged us one time and they were like, hey, like it happened. And we were trying to think of the number and they just said, 77. Like they remembered the number because.
Hey, it's much like the carpet place, 588-2300. You remember it. You remember it. So anyway, so pumpthatseptic.com.
There you go.
Or dat if you're from Nolans. That pump that septic there. What? I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Good God. Well, you know what? Valentine's Day may be over, but people are still probably dealing with the razor bumps. Let's talk about landscaping, Hunter. Let's talk about trimming the hedges, all right? Yeah. According to a new survey, about 52% of people prefer to be neat and smooth, while 48% of people are cool with submitting to nature. About 30% say they do their grooming weekly, while 21% groom daily, and 10% just go natural, if you will. Most groomers say they do it because they like the feel of neat and clean, but 12% say they only do it to please their significant other.
You know how I like it down there?
Silky smooth.
Silky smooth. That's how I like it.
Here's the question, though, Hunter. Do you, for your wife, shave everything off? Maybe she likes it silky smooth, but instead you come in there all 70s afro.
No, not me. Pretty much. I take care of it. Everything. I'm serious.
I'm a little weirded out right now.
You go
all Johnny Sins on your private parts?
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean. Hey, you want to see? Yeah,
no, I'll show you. Don't want to see. Hey, we are dead. Why are you going backwards view? What are you doing?
Because I wanted to show you how clean, because that's the toughest spot.
Get the back. Okay. Well, look, I'll give you a little.
You got to put your leg up, you know,
because I know you're oppressing your wife and making her keep everything clean down there.
It's nice to be clean. I like to feel clean, you know.
You tell your wife if she doesn't do it, you're leaving her. All right, you're you're right.
Well, another thing,
not a hair on that body, lady.
Here's what it is. Lead by example.
Oh, okay.
Lead by example.
I'll be honest. I didn't think this was going to go this way. Like, you and I are pretty close. We've been friends for a long time. I unfortunately now have a very clear visual of what your genitalia looks like.
Yeah, Johnny Sins.
like a little.
Except the other part isn't like
except
that.
the size part. The size part, not even.
Way
Yeah,
off,
but
way off.
as far as the aesthetic, yeah. But otherwise,
Man is gifted for sure.
more like one of those little naked mole rats that's poking his head out of the.
Ken doll. There you go. A Ken doll.
Easy to shave
now.
Super easy to shave down there. It's just unbelievable.
So what are you all? Amazon? Is that why you have a bidet now?
I have sideburns on my balls. I go very 70s. All right. Actually, no, I do the early 2000s boy band chin strap around my chest.
Oh, right. Yeah, I used to have that.
And then I shave a smiley face. No, I'll slim it down. You know what I mean? But I'm still like I'm like Burt Reynolds. You know what I mean? I'm like a more.
I don't know what anybody looks like, but
Burt Reynolds on that bearskin rug. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay, it's pretty hairy.
Right. But like I'm saying now, just like tighten it up a little bit. You know what I mean? Make it. You know what? I got a fade. I got a fade down there.
Give me a tight fade, high fade.
Give me one of those high fade.
Give me a flat top. Can you do a flat top
on my penis?
Right. Give me a 1986 Schwarzenegger flat top. How about that?
If you put a cigar up to my genitalia, it looks just like Schwarzenegger in Predator. It's unbelievable. Or Commando. Right. It's Commando.
You straight House Party. Remember that movie House Party with that just big
kid and play?
Yes. Party. You all house party down there.
I got the kid and play haircut. So no, I think in this day and age, it's good to do a little bit of manscaping, landscaping, what have you. But for you ladies, I want you to know, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. If you got,
hey, get it out. I won't say anything. Get it out.
You got the little landing strip. If you got the Chaplin, if you got the little Charlie Chaplin, I'm fine with that.
Chaplin.
I
could
don't
be a
want to
Hitler.
say,
You could call it Hitler.
Depends on the lady, I guess. Is what it is. Depends on the lady. All right. I don't mind, honestly. Full bush. I don't. I'm just grateful to be there. I'm grateful that you invited me to the area, and you let me get at it.
I'm at the temple. Let me get at it. Thanks for the invite. It's
I'll
sacred.
Be honest. If fully taken down, that kind of throws me off.
Why?
I feel like I'm gonna end up on a list.
I don't know what you're gonna say. You can't even say.
You know what I mean? Right.
I disagree with that. No, it's just somebody being clean. How about that? I'm the complete opposite as you.
I know, but here's where I'm at, though, Hunter. Is that our body obviously wants it there? That's why we grow hair there.
Yeah, but then I should have been grown up and taught that that's like good looking or something. It's just even then, I still would be like, I don't know. I know everybody does it, but
you and I weren't looking at the same Playboys because everyone I saw there was grass on the field. Hunter, where are the crabs going to stay if there's nothing there? All right?
They have nothing to hang on to.
Much like the animals of the Amazon that have lost their homes because of extreme logging. Those poor crabs are like they cut down our homes.
Dude, I'm telling you, I'm sorry. If a lady lifts her arm up and it's just the
pits
jungle down there, dude,
we're talking pits and everything. So like even just like think about think about the 18th green at Augusta. All right.
How are you going to pull this?
What do you respect a nice trim? Tight green. Okay, what I'm saying is like just imagine it's like the 18th at Augusta. All right, there's still stuff there. All right, there's still rough on the 18th green at Augusta.
Yeah.
Okay, there's still rough around there, but hey, it's well kept.
And if I could cut it down, I would. You know, if it was my choice, there wouldn't be. For some reason that golf course thinks it's a good thing to have rough there. It's because I don't agree with.
I get it. You always lose your balls in the rough, so that's what it is.
Here we go.
Hey,
here we go.
We go full circle anyway. Nice. So, well, whatever you do, just talk with your partner. All right, just talk with your partner, and you figure it out. See what they like, what they don't like. You know,
I'm serious when I said lead by example because sometimes that conversation is awkward. And guys, this is for guys. If she's got the bush, and you're not happy about it, go Mr. Clean on yourself and be like, hey.
See what I got?
Follow suit, And
she'd be like, oh, I thought it would look bigger. Honestly, that's part of the reason I do it. I'm like, look, I need every optical illusion and advantage I can have. All right.
You get that much more.
Hey, I need it. All right. I'll take every advantage I can take in the bedroom. Right. Okay.
Are you measuring from the base or under the?
I start at the butthole. I go all the way up. That's it. It counts.
I start at my tailbone.
It's 26 inches. Tailbone to tip. Tailbone to tip. Unbelievable. Anyway, so all right, get to trimming, everyone. Get to trimming.
Yeah.
What about this? Sad news. The breakfast world, actually, I'm just going to say the world in general has suffered a heartbreaking loss as William Post, the man credited with inventing the Pop-Tart, has passed away at the age of 96. Would you think that the guy who created Pop-Tarts would live to 96? I wouldn't think so. That's right. Unbelievable.
So when was it invented?
In the 60s, Bill Post was working as a plant manager for the Keebler Company, the one with the elves.
Yeah.
And he was approached by Kellogg executives and asked if he could create a shelf-stable toaster pastry to be sold in grocery stores. That led to the introduction of the Pop-Tarts in 1964. Man. Started with 4 flavors: strawberry, blueberry, brown sugar cinnamon, which is the best, and apple currant. There are now as many as 30 different flavors available, like birthday cake and fudge. And
dude, I don't know what's wild.
Ooh,
just go ahead.
So, real quick, because I might need to correct myself. I think s'more might be the best one. You have s'more and the brown sugar cinnamon, right? S'more came out, I think, when we were kids, like in the 90s. Right. And that changed my life. But anyway.
You know why I think I like brown sugar cinnamon more is because the thought of eating a s'more at like 7 a.m. just like doesn't fit in my brain. Like I feel bad. I'm like, I shouldn't be eating this. It's a s'more.
What a horrible day to start your day. What'd you have for breakfast? Eggs, bacon, something? I had a s'more. Oh, well, you're going to die early.
Right. Well, anything else?
Anything else? Yeah.
You know what I was going to say?
I had a stack of cake, too. I had a whole cake.
Oh, yeah, pancakes. Right. Jesus, man, you are not living to anything. Oh, dude. So that guy got approached. Dude, if you think about one Pop-Tart away from just being a billionaire.
Yeah.
Like how much money did that guy make from inventing Pop-Tarts?
Right.
And it's a simple thing. It's a simple thing.
I love that. Anybody is one Pop-Tart away from being loaded.
Filthy rich.
Think
about that.
That's crazy.
Like, what's next? What can we put on the shelves, Brock, that is clever to wait? I mean, there's not much to a Pop-Tart. Let's be honest.
No. And if I'm going to be completely honest, I do not want to offend the dead. All right, William Post, thank you. You create one of the greatest things. Pop-Tarts. But Pop-Tarts have really declined. Honestly, the Pop-Tarts now compared to Pop-Tarts 90s, early 2000s, so much filling. So much, frosting that actually went to the edges almost. The edge. Nowadays, honestly, last time I had a Pop-Tart, I'm like, this is the most disappointing thing
they're filling
I've ever
had.
And not to mention, too, serving is one Pop-Tart. They put 2 in a sleeve. You look at the serving like, I shouldn't eat this. This is horrible for me. I'm only supposed to have one of these. Why are you taunting me with 2?
They only tell you one.
Yeah, right. You got to go through 2 of these. So yeah, they've definitely, I think, waned in quality over the last 15, 20 odd years compared to what they were. Dude, I lived off of Pop-Tarts when I was. Pop-Tarts. Oh, they're so good.
Last question: would you like pull yours apart and let it cool off? Hell no, I'm scorching my mouth every time I eat a Pop-Tart.
The most damage done to my mouth has either been because of a Hot Pocket, a pizza roll, or a Pop-Tart.
Captain Crunch, so you can throw that in
Captain Crunch. Like you can see, I still got remnants of scars, right?
Why do you look like the Joker? You look at you have scars every.
I don't know. I got these scars. Breakfast gave me these scars. So yeah, William Post, old Billy boy, thank you for providing so many youths with one of the greatest snacks. Whether it was breakfast or coming home after school, sitting and watching Doug or watching Hunter on the TV screen.
Same guy.
I'm eating my Pop-Tarts. I'm happy. Watching Arthur eating my Pop-Tarts. So they're great.
Was he post Kellogg? Is that him?
Yeah, I believe so. It's the Post brand and Post Kellogg. I believe so. It'd be a great way to send him off. Like put him in like a big toaster.
Oh, come on, man.
And you push it down. And then at the funeral, it launches him into his grave.
Damn, son.
Unfortunately, he's still cool in the middle. It's terrible. I gotta put it back. I gotta put it back in a little bit longer. Put it back in a little bit longer.
Terrible.
He would have liked that joke. Yeah. Hey, the Pringles guy got buried in it. He got his ashes put in a Pringle can.
You're right.
See? It's his legacy. It's what he did.
Did you like the mini Pop-Tarts real quick from
No, they were all, it was all the pastry. It was all,
didn't honestly have a Pop-Tart cereal, or am I off?
They did, and it wasn't, yeah, that was another one's fairly short-lived because you don't want a soggy Pop-Tart. Oh. You know what I mean? Like they didn't think that one through. They're like, let's take this thing and make it wet. No.
Nobody's dunking their Pop-Tart in their milk, okay?
No. Honestly, you know what I used to do? And again, this was back when they were actually still a lot of filling and a lot of frosting. I would cut the crust part off. Oh, yeah. So you just have the frosting part.
Yeah. Much like an uncrustable Pop-Tart.
Much like when you got the strudels where you basically money shotted your breakfast. All right. I would use all much like you'd Peter
all
North
the
your
juice
breakfast.
on one strudel, wouldn't you?
On one strudel. You'd Peter North that strudel.
Right? Oh, there's 2 of them? I don't have any icing left.
I don't have any icing. What am I going to do? Throw it in the trash. Just throw it away. You're not going to eat that. You're not going to eat a dry strudel. Come on now.
That's cold in the middle, too, by the way.
Yep. Throw it in the trash. Throw it in the trash.
Jeez,
anyway.
What was never eating a strudel again.
Now you're going to think about it next time. Next time you have a breakfast pastry. Was Brock? Hey, Brock wasn't here, was he? Don't eat that strudel. Don't eat it. All right, that is your morning dump. We will be back. One second. All right. Morning, Eric. Morning, Scott. Good morning, gentlemen. How dare you call us that, Michelle? Brown sugar with peanut butter. That's probably pretty good, Steve. That's probably pretty good.
Spread it?
Spread it on there, yeah. Morning, Fatty McFadden. That's a new one.
Fatty
McFadden.
Yeah, I haven't seen that name. Have you?
Ricky said, I jumped in a little bit late, but I clocked in when you said, take this thing and make it wet. You don't want a wet Pop-Tart. Just saying. Gross.
That's what a lot of us did that last night, huh? What?
Strudel. You get on the stream, damn it. I know you're tired, but I'm sitting here by myself like a fool.
I'm tired, You know why?
Tired.
So people, why does he always go off the stream? I'll be honest. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have one of those vape, those breeze vape, and I don't like to do it on the stream. So I turn the camera off and hit it a few times.
Can we get like a cutout for you that you can put in front of you or something like that? Oh, blowing fat clouds, bro.
I know. My mom watches it. I don't want her to see me.
That's fair.
Even though she knows, but it's a respect thing, you know? I don't want kids seeing that. I don't want.
Yeah, who do you think you are, Joe Camel?
You're supposed to be a leader, okay? Influencers don't vape. So I'm not an influencer.
Unfortunately, that's what.
Why we pick that name? Who picked that name?
Because we influence the masses, Hunter. We influence the tens of people.
Like the moment you think of that and think that, you've already lost.
Oh, you're done. You're done. Right. Yeah.
I don't know. I just pick a different word. All right, baby.
All right. Yeah, we got. Oh shit! Here we go. We got sports. Damn it! All right.
Got a good sports question here for you.
No, you don't.
It's a good one. Is it? I think it is. Oh yeah, you're gonna like this one. We talked about it yesterday, actually, for a little bit. I said, "Shut up," and I wrote it down.
Ryan said, "Thank you. You may have ruined toaster strudels for some people. Everyone. All righty. Good morning. It's 7:28. The Plan B Morning Show. Brock and Hunter. Hey, buddy.
I was watching some Beavis and Butthead shorts yesterday. It just randomly popped up. You know what's wild?
Judge is a genius.
He's a genius. I'm telling you, he's great. You know what's wild? Watching it now in some of the newer episodes, the animation is updated.
Right. Well, it's kind of like South Park. Same thing. You watch that early South Park,
and the sound, the mic he's using is updated. It's better. Like a new, it's way better.
And see, maybe that's why it's not as good in my mind.
You know?
Well, one, you can't get away with what they did.
I think it's great. I think it's all great, but you do have a point there that it's always the original is always better.
It is.
It's like going back and watching the original South Park episodes, like the first
original
season,
South Park or Family Guy or Family
Yep.
Guy. You know, it's just I just think it hits different. You know.
You know what wasn't though, in my
What?
opinion, Simpsons. Simpsons got better later on.
Yeah, those early days, like the first season and the animation, you're like,
Yeah,
this
but that's not their fault. They started in like
it's what it was.
1940.
Well,
you know?
and you had to hand draw everything. You know what I mean?
Right.
The original South Park, dude, they had to use what did they use cutouts for like the original episode?
But also, I've heard this come out of Trey Parker's mouth that it took them literally like a week to make an episode, where Family Guy it took like 6 months or something stupid.
Really?
Yeah. Like significantly different. Yes. It took South Park. So South Park would go in and they would do everything in like a month, pound it out. And then they'd be off for a while. They'd get to enjoy their lives. Where for some reason, Family Guy, I don't know, was it the animation they were using or however they did it? Probably they had to corral a bunch of people to get voices, and there's a lot of characters.
Right.
You know, and it just took a lot longer to make episodes.
Huh.
Which is wild to me.
That is wild.
Because there are a lot of Family Guy episodes.
Dude, I've lost track of how many seasons. They're approaching Simpsons. I mean, I know they still got a ways to go, but it's like, wow. Anyway, I know you forget that it started in the 90s, 1999 or 98 or whatever it was. So anyway. Well, we can talk more about this later on. I want to get to sports because you said you got a good sports question. We got a few things to cover. Let's do it. As always, sports brought to you by Bud Distributing.
Hey, Bud.
Bud Distributing, getting you stocked up with delicious Bud Light, tall, cool Budweisers, other delicious drinks to keep your whistle wet. There we go. We're both scratching our backs. Check out your favorite distributor. Get stocked up with Bud Distributing, and always remember to drink wiser, Bud.
Hey, Bud. All right, so I asked a question to you yesterday. I was like, damn, this is kind of a good question. All right, Super Bowl, super expensive to go to. We watched a video, and actually, Brock, you saw this video without even knowing when I started talking about it. You're like, oh, you saw that too? Guy walking around interviewing people. How much did you pay for your Super Bowl ticket? How much did you pay? And he interviewed probably, I don't know, in the video, 10 people maybe.
And all sorts of people, women, men, kids, whatever.
All cultures, you know? And some guys, free. I got lucky. I know a guy who knows a guy. The other people, 15,000, 13 grand, 8 grand, 10 grand. Like, damn, dude, that's a lot of money. So my question is, interview those people right now. They saying the same thing? Are they happy? Was it worth it? It's a good question. You never see that. You never see that interview. No. You went to the Super Bowl this year. I'm sure you had a blast. Even if your team lost, you probably still had fun. But you are now $15,000 poor. Was it worth it?
I would be hard pressed because what I thought was interesting is
my opinion. If they say yes, I think they're lying through their teeth.
They're lying. I don't know, because here's the thing. For a good chunk of people, $15,000, maybe that's their vacation. Maybe they usually use that as a family vacation. They're like, oh yeah, you know, I mean, we would have spent this on a trip to Italy.
Or a
we just decided to do this. Bucket list. I would be hard pressed, even if financially I could afford it, to say like that was worth it. Okay. But now let me put myself in the shoes I am. I'm a diehard Packer fan. You know that almost obnoxiously,
it is
ride
obnoxious.
or die,
right.
to the point where my amazing wife, who has loved and supported me in my career and is an amazing mother to our daughter.
She thought about leaving you because you won't shut up about the Packers.
She's a Chiefs fan, and I've said to her face, I don't want the Chiefs to win. You know what I mean? Like, I can't even root for the team of my wife because I love my Packers so much. So saying that, I mean, I would love to see him in the Super Bowl, but I'm also like, for what, $15,000?
$15,000.
I could go, you know what I could go buy right now? I could go buy a K-Man off-road
UTV
for that price, and I'd have more fun with that, I have a feeling.
You can continuously using that. That's the problem with me, is like, okay, I can understand the buildup before, because everybody has that excitement. Everybody.
Right.
If somebody were to be like, hey, I got a ticket, hell yeah, let's go. I'm not paying that much money for it, but it's the build up to it. And it's one of those things that, like, it's kind of like a wedding day when you get married. So much build up to it, so much money. We're paying, we're doing this, we're doing that. It's exciting. And then the day comes and it's Gone.
like that. Gone.
Like a blink
Gone.
of an eye. It's gone.
Yep.
And then
Yep.
you look back and you're like, whoa, there was a lot involved for just that blink of an eye. Was that worth it? I mean, the wedding was worth it. Obviously, you're married.
The wedding is, but tell you what, you can also go to the courthouse and then throw a party. I mean, I know plenty of people, and you do too. The amount they spend. That's actually a really good comparison.
It's a good comparison. You can go to the house and watch it with your friends. For basically nothing.
Well, here, take this: $15,000 that you spent on that Super Bowl to go to the game. Think about throw a party with $15,000. You could throw an effing rager. You could get a band.
Dude, you could have a Billy Madison party. You could have somebody singing. Billy passed. We're watching the Super Bowl.
Oh, what a glorious day.
Like you could have one of those parties.
You could have jet skis in a pool kind of party. Right.
You know?
That would be more memorable. So I guess it's really got to be, I think, here's what it is. Like climbing Everest, it's a status thing. It's something that now people can say, I was at the Super Bowl. Here's the photos. Post them on my Instagram. That's why all these celebrities go. Look at any photo of the celebrity rows.
Yeah.
It's all of them on their phone. They don't care. You're not telling me that.
Thing.
Yeah, it's a Now, there are some like Paul Rudd, I'll give credit. Paul Rudd, I love him, man. He's fantastic actor. He's been a diehard Chiefs fan for his whole life. That's great seeing him out there. I'm glad he gets to take it and enjoy it with his kids and everything. Like
what we're saying, this isn't for everybody, obviously.
Right.
But majority, possibly.
In 200, you brought up the big thing is like, even if your team loses, boy, I would be hard pressed if I spent $15,000 and my team lost the Super Bowl. What did I go to that for?
Yeah.
I mean, for $15,000, I got to feel bad.
But you know what? It was a bucket list, and I checked. Yes, great. I understand that, but you can't sit here and tell me that it's justified.
Right. No, there's no way. There's no way. Like, dude, I get mad on a Sunday at my house when the Packers lose. Now, extrapolate that with $15,000 having to take off work, having to take a day off, use a vacation day,
having to weed through Vegas to get back home and all that chaos,
all the traffic and all that chaos and everything, the overpriced beer. And that's the other thing too, is unless maybe you get an all-inclusive suite, which we don't have the money for that. All right. Talk about the person who has the nosebleed. What was the starting cost of tickets? You
so
saw
I think
that
the
somewhere.
cheapest ticket you could really get, if you didn't have a buddy who knows a guy who knows a guy, it was like $8,300 or something.
That was the cheapest one. Okay, let's for easy math, let's say $5,000 for the cheapest ticket. All right, you and your significant other, that's $10,000 just to go to the game. That doesn't count hotel, flight, drinks, food, everything else. I mean,
none of that.
And then my team loses. I cannot justify it.
You can go anywhere in the world. You can have any vacation you want. Anything. Anything. It doesn't cost 15 G's. It's wild to me. You had a good point there. Has anybody like, hey honey, I got it's in the cart. I'm about to hit it. Should we go? Has any like female give me like, well, wait a second. Should we just throw a $15,000 party?
Right.
Like, has anybody done that?
I mean,
that I would go to that and be like,
dude,
you could go to the Super Bowl to throw this party. That's amazing. Let's go.
Yeah. And you throw a rager, you could $15,000. You know what kind of party you could? We threw awesome kegers for like $150 in college, man. Right. You know what I mean? And people remember those. More than anything.
Just a bunch of go-karts to race around before the game, just because he had so much money.
He had all this money to waste.
Like that you could.
Yeah, right. I mean, you could rent a monster truck for that price. And, you know what I mean? Again, and this is coming from a place of people, Hunter and I, we're not that financially sound. Some people, it may not be a thing, and that's fine. And I think that's, I don't know. Did you see that GIF? Did you see that GIF of the flight patterns of all the private jets leaving? It was like 500 and some odd private jets leaving Las Vegas after the Super Bowl.
Really? How was air traffic control that day?
Well, yeah, right. Everyone, just don't hit anybody.
Right.
Well, and not to mention too the damage that did to our atmosphere and our ozone with all of these private jets, so these rich people could post on their Instagram, at the Super Bowl, rooting for the probably got the wrong names. God, I hate celebrities. They're just the worst. They're just.
I don't know if you could dirty up Vegas anymore though. probably a good spot.
That's
for
true. There's nothing. There's no ozone above that, anyways. It's all garbage, just dirty.
It's in the middle of like a bunch of mountains, and I think the mountains just keep everything right there.
So here I'll be very realistic. We can end it with this maybe, and I'll get your take. For me, being the Packer fan that I am, I could see in my twilight years, retired, being able to pull the trigger on something like that, right? If I got the money, Riley is in her whatever.
If you got the money and right?
if like, honey, let's do this. Okay, we're retired. We got it in the bank. Whatever. Let's go have some fun. The Packers are playing the Super Bowl. Maybe it's the Packers Chiefs, right? Right.
It would have to be the Packers Chiefs.
It would honestly have to be. Yeah.
So now put yourself in the opposite shoes.
Right.
She's
exactly.
like, honey, let's go. Like she asked you to go. Hey, pay for the Vegas trip. It's my team.
Yeah.
What if she really wanted to go?
Go see the Chiefs, and it wasn't the Packers
in the Super Bowl this year. She was like, she was on you every day. Like, hey, this is my team. I love this team, Brock. I know we're trying to do things with our money right now, but we gotta go.
I hope your credit's good because I'm not going. That's right. That's Saturday. I hope honey. I hope your credit's good.
This could have been an actual scenario too. Like she could have done that.
No, honestly, she's much smarter with money than I am. So I'm lucky that would never be the case. But so I would do that in my older years, or if someone gave me the tickets. Because here's what I will say I could get on board with.
How about right now? How much money would you pay for a ticket, Super Bowl ticket, with your team in it?
Now, here's the thing. We can't just say ticket because there's so much more added cost on it. Whether I'm driving out there, I'm flying, I'm getting a hotel. I think max
for the ticket.
Even in my head, I would like $1,500 for everything. $1,500 because I've gone to Kiki and we've gone to now 3 Packer games together. We've done like 3 Packer games, and I'm telling you, man, by the end of the day, after we've done the tailgating and the trip, it's like $500, and there you're like,
maybe not 1,500. I don't think I'm paying a lot for a ticket. I kind of had this scenario this year with the national championship, Michigan. I mean, that's really the only team that I'm a diehard for. And the thought, I had our buddy Smith texted us. He's like, "You guys want to go? Should we go?" And I can't remember what the price was, but I'm like, it didn't even cross my mind. I'm like,
I think it was like all in all, it was like $500. I think it was
something.
It wasn't make or break or something, or like 1,000.
And even that, I think it was more than that. And even then, I was like,
it's a lot.
I got a nice 75-inch. Like I can see everything on that. Like,
I
don't know.
It's
a good question.
I think it's a very good question. I just think hell, don't even spend the full 15. You can throw a great party for 8. You know what I mean? If you got the money. I'm just saying, man. Yeah. I'm just saying.
Was it worth it? So to end that question, do you think more than half the people would say it wasn't worth it?
I'd say 75%.
Really?
I think so.
They're sitting at their home right now. Everything's done and over with. They're looking at their bank statement. They're like,
I bet you every 49ers fan would say that sucked. Mm-hmm. Especially too now as they're making payments, or they look in their bank account and see that even if they can financially afford it, I think they'd be like,
here's what I would say. Here's my answer. I say 75% of them say, yeah, it was worth it. But 50% of those 75 are lying to you.
So
right through their teeth.
Right there. Yeah, you had a great time.
What's your bank statement say? I gotta read that. Yeah. Anyway, good question. You want to do another sports story, or you want to get out?
Nah, it's 7:43. Why don't we get out for now? We'll save our cornhole story and other stuff. And we'll end it with either way. Hunter and I are never going to the Super Bowl. There's no way we're not playing in it. We're not watching it. We're not allowed inside.
And nobody's going to invite us either.
No,
which sucks.
Look, I got these extra 2 tickets. Why don't we take Brock and Hunter? And said no one ever.
Why?
Nope.
Why would we?
Because they're the worst. Sports brought to you by Bud Distributing.
Hey, Bud.
We'll be back. All right. Buenos dias, Izzy. ¿Cómo está? Bien. E2. I don't know. Good morning, Amanda. Good morning, Tracy. Good morning, Stacy. Is there a Casey there?
Lay down by the bay, make things out of clay. I just may.
What do you say? Good morning. Just a couple side notes from last hour. Pistol Pete might have had more points if 3-point line in the 30-second clock was in play when he played. Also, MLB and NBA seasons are too long with 160 games for MLB 120.
Agreed.
Yeah, the other game. So maybe that's why people are starting to like footballs. It's more,
That's a damn good point, Alan. That was
dude.
well
160
right
games. That's insane.
Why?
God. Why?
Like, keep people's interest. Cut it in a third. Make it interesting in every single game. The NFL really has that. And I even think they're getting too many NFL games. I think adding the extra game is like kind of pushing it a little bit, in my opinion.
That's big, dude. That's big. A whole extra game in a full contact sport.
How many hockey games do they play a year? I'm sure too many for a collision sport like that.
Probably like maybe 40-ish. I don't know. It's a good question. I'm saving some right now, so I can't look it up. But if someone else would like to do our prep for us,
yeah.
How many hockey games do they play this season?
Hey, Jamie, look that up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hockey's badass. I'm surprised hockey isn't bigger than what it is. I mean, I'm not saying it's not big. It's huge for sure, but no.
It's when you look at like Canada, it's fucking make or break. Minnesota, that's all they do. You know what I mean? So I think it's wild that we do have some big. I mean, who just won the Golden Knights from Vegas, the new Vegas team? I mean, they won their first year as a team, didn't they?
Yeah. I think
there's no ice in Nevada.
Yeah. They're pumping some ice in there somehow. And like the fact that I learned the Anaheim Ducks came from the Mighty Ducks still blows my mind.
Yep.
That team Gordon came from the movie? What?
Charlie.
Bombay.
Gordon Bombay. Quack, 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 Mr. Ducksworth. All right, hey, we got our break here.
What's his name in real life?
Emilio Estevez.
Estevez, that's right. Yep. And does he have a brother?
He's related to Charlie Sheen is right. I'm pretty sure Charlie Sheen's his brother. And who else?
I always got him in the
Sorry, hold on. We're in deep conversation here. Hit it.
I don't have friends. I got family.
Oh, yeah, friends.
You never had your car. Granny shifting, not double clutching like you should.
Turn it up.
Oh, this?
Yeah.
Oh, you wanted that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You got to answer that. I'm saying you're right. You're right.
God, turn that down.
Apologize. It's not. It doesn't hit the same when it's not on.
It's all right. I accept your apology. You know why?
I don't have friends. I got family.
Your family, Brock.
God, I was listening to Conan the other day, his podcast, and they were going on this big tangent about what he loves.
I listened to that Larry David one yesterday, by the way.
Dude, it's so good, right? It's
great.
unbelievable.
It was great.
It's so good. Larry David is a national treasure, but this was a different comedian, and Conan, his obsession with Chips, the old 70s cop show where they're California Highway Patrol, right? But they're on motorcycles. And his whole thing with Fast and the Furious, he's like, everything they do involves 7 cars. Like it's always like they could be meeting a CPA or like their lawyer, and for some reason,
there's like
they were
7.
talking with Daniel Radcliffe. They were talking with Daniel Radcliffe, and the whole joke was like they have their accountant there, and he's like, "Well, look, we need to check the books and we need to do some of this." And they're like, "All right, but first, let's get 7 cars." And it's just like, come on, we don't need it every time.
It's not real. It's not real life.
We don't need it. Stop it,
Toretto.
Anyway. Family. Everybody's family. All right. Well, enough of that. We could go on a tangent, but you know what? We got to do our topic of the day here. So let's get to that. Yeah, focus. All right. Your topic for today, I like this one, and it's a thinker, and I don't know if everyone thought about it in the way they should have, but we'll get to it. So you're offered $1 billion. All right. It's not like one of those stupid questions where it's like you're offered $1 million to cut.
You got to stay in this house for 2 nights.
Right. No, you're offered $1 billion. All right. But if you accept, you can never leave the city you currently live in.
This is a good question.
Do you do with the money? Okay.
Ever. Can't leave.
Ever.
You can't leave this. You're like fenced in.
Yep. Fenced in.
Damn.
So I guess here's where I'm gonna be with this is that $1 billion is a lot of money. Okay, all right, $1 billion. You got Jeff Bezos.
Hell of a lot of money.
You got Jeff Bezos' penis rocket building into space. All right, that's a lot of money. You can do a lot of things. However, you can't leave the area you're in. Now, in this cool little area that we're at, well, no big deal. We got beaches over there. We'll have some fun. No. Not if you live in Benton Harbor. There's no beaches.
No beaches.
There's no lakefront.
Yep.
All right. You live
Sorry,
in
Brock. Sorry.
I know I got it's the river. Do I touch the river? Well, I can't leave it once it gets right.
Yep. You get a little bit of river.
A little bit of river, but I can only stay in that river. So you got to think about where you are living. Yes,
what's
you have $1 billion.
around you, right? So even my answer is easy.
Yeah,
because I love where I live. I live in St. Joseph, and fortunately,
you got a good spot.
They got beaches. So what I'm doing, I'm pressing the button or whatever it is. I'm taking the $1 billion. Yeah, I'm bringing everything. I'm bringing everything with me. We're building. Tear everything down. Tear it all down because I'm rebuilding everything the way I want it to be, and everybody's gonna love it. You know, like I said in the promo, we're gonna build on the beach. We're gonna make it awesome. You can drink there.
Yep,
because you should be able to.
Right.
What else, man? You can build up.
Yeah. Go crazy with it.
But
so
I still understand though. Like, dude, you're never going to Instabowl. You're never going to
that's my take, right? And that's what I want to get on because I think even if I lived in like lived in St. Joe, lived anywhere waterfront, you know, I like getting out there and everything like that. Because now here's the other thing too, like Lake Michigan, does that count as St. Joe or anywhere that's lakefront?
It's God's water, man.
You can't own the water. It's God's water.
God's water.
What if a lady hurts her leg on your beach? She could sue me. So good. One of the best opening scenes ever. Super Trooper, you know what we're talking about.
Yes.
You don't own the water, man. That's
God's water.
But think about that though, right? Yeah. Is the lake actually count? Or is it just the beach? Where's the line? Okay.
I would have to have that answer before I took the $1 billion for sure.
And then for me, like I'm in Benton Harbor. Okay. I could do a lot of stuff with $1 billion. Even I could bring everything I want to me. I could pay whoever I want, but there's going to be a point, right? Where you're like, I want to go anywhere. I want to go into Fairplane, but I can't. I can't.
Like,
you know,
serious cabin fever is what it turns into.
You can never leave that area. Even if you you could put 9 Dave & Buster's up in your own Playboy mansion, whatever. Go crazy with it.
Is it kind of like the Truman Show in a sense?
You're stuck there.
You're stuck there.
I think eventually you'll probably just be like, yeah. Right.
And if you knew.
Yep.
Like, yeah, get me out of here. I guess you're right in that sense. I do enjoy where I live, but the more you think about it, you're like,
still nice to go other places.
It's nice to have the option.
Right. I mean, you're going to Florida here, next week?
What, $1 billion.
You could do a lot of fun stuff with $1 billion.
Yeah, that's a B.
Yeah. I don't know, man. That's tough. I think it really does depend on where you live. But even then, though, again, you take the coolest place in the world. What's that place you always bring up that has like the perfect temperature year round?
Aruba.
Aruba, right? It fluctuates like 3 degrees either way all year. It's
perfect place to go.
It's heaven on earth. Even then, you'd be like, I want to go.
Get me out of here.
No, you
Seriously.
can't. You can't. You got $1 billion. Let's see here. Let's go to Facebook, our social, see what people say. So you're offered $1 billion, but you can never leave the city that you're currently in.
How about this? You use the $1 billion to create one of the best virtual reality programs that you can think of. The best in the world come and make yours. And so you can kind of get out.
Yeah. You know, you make yourself like a virtual reality dome that has everything. Yeah.
It's still you still know.
Yeah, you still know. And you can't, there's not a point where you're going to be like Truman and you're going to take that rowboat and just see what's at there.
It's going to drive you nuts after a while.
Yep. Yeah. Let's see. I'm just trying to see what everyone said. A lot of people, I do like it. A lot of people would invest in the community. You know, they would do their best to build up around. You can, and I think you'd almost have to.
I was going to say, that's a good answer. It's a nice heartfelt answer, but you have to. Like, what are you going to do?
I mean, like Robert said, you'd buy the town. Okay, you buy the town, but then what? You know, then what are you doing? Are you going to kick everyone out?
Down and build. I mean,
everyone out. Everyone out.
Like in the promo
Yeah.
yesterday, I'd buy an F-14 Tomcat.
But there you go.
You only
Airspace,
get,
Or is airspace not count? Does the airspace count? Maybe you can't even get up in the air. Maybe that doesn't count of where you're at. Now you got to keep that thing. You got to keep that thing grounded. I don't know why Kiki's calling me.
Yeah, nobody owns the airspace.
You can't. Right? You can't own the airspace. What is going on? Hold on a sec. Oh, white. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, yeah, you can't own the air. I'm so distracted. I'm getting a call from Kiki. Usually when it's like that, it's something bad. Squirrel! Yeah, it's a squirrel. No, it's my wife calling me at this time, which she normally doesn't do. So I don't know what's going on. Anyway, yeah, honestly, a lot of it is like people. Okay, I'd pay off my stuff. I do all that, and then invest in cool stuff. But I don't know. I don't know if people are truly getting like what it is, like what you can do with it.
I mean, it's such an opposite. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if
$1 billion is a lot of money.
I don't think I would put I don't think I know it's pushing the button. I don't think I would do it though. I really don't. I can and I know people. It's easy to say when you don't see the $1 billion in front of you, but just never having the option for like me to go up north and go ice fishing, or I
guess isn't everything. Actually, you know what? It's the root of all evil. It's going to catch up to you. You know what you're getting with that $1 billion? Just look at $1 billion lottery winners. Just research that a little bit and see how they're doing.
Yeah,
that's kind of your answer, I guess.
Very few of it's like, oh, everything worked out perfectly.
That was great. That was great. Everybody still loves me. Everything's the same.
Someone was murdered, or a family member stole a bunch of money in a Ponzi scheme or whatever.
Taking my answer back.
Yeah, I don't think I am.
Well,
you know
I'm
what?
I'll
do what I can to make some better financial choices so I can take a nice trip and go out everywhere and explore.
God, $1 billion though.
But it is $1 billion. Yep.
Why does it have to be a B? If it was an M, it's easy answer.
Nowadays, honestly, $1 million doesn't do anything. I know this sounds ridiculous. $1 million doesn't do anything for me anymore. I'll blow through that $1 million like that. Yeah, all right. That $1 million is gone.
All right.
It's gone.
You get all excited, and then all of a sudden, like 3 days later, wow.
Well, think about $1 million, Hunter. The waterfront property. I'm blowing it in just on that.
It's just a house.
I could buy the land. That's it. Then I'm done.
Actually, you can't. There's a lot of houses you can't buy.
You can't even. Right. I'm just talking a half acre on Lake Michigan. Right. There goes my $1 million.
Easy answer with the M word, but B.
Yeah.
That teeters the totter.
I know.
Teeters the totter a little bit.
You could make everything you wanted. You could go crazy with it.
You could make it. You could sacrifice yourself and getting $1 billion and knowing what's going to happen. Your life's going to be completely. But you could also make a lot of people happy.
Yeah, that's true.
You make a lot of people happy with that money.
I don't know, man. So what's the answer? Do we have an answer or no? I don't think so.
I'm hey, let me pending. That's my answer. Pending. Let me think about this one.
Yeah. I think I even putting myself, like, I'm trying to think of, like, for me, the coolest place, like, and just for my experience of my time in Michigan, like Cadillac area. I love it. It's got everything you need. You got the forest, you got 2 Great Lakes. It's cold enough in the winter where you can ice fish. It's warm enough. You know what I mean? Like, you got snowmobile trails, you got ATV. Yeah. But even there might be a point, even for me, where I'd be like, can we go to.
You want to bait me a little bit?
Yeah.
Like, Hunter, you can build
phrasing
multiple. Yeah, right. You can build multiple golf courses.
You could make the whole town a golf course. Yeah.
Damn.
Well, you just want to live where you'll golf terribly the rest of your life. I mean, but you would have enough to change. You could change the golf course up every year. You got the money to do it. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man.
I don't think we have an answer, man.
There's a lot of variables. I think that's what this was. It's there's a lot of variables that would go into this. $1 billion. Okay. Where you live. Okay. I mean, I don't know. So I'll tell you what I'd do.
If you're in Gary, Indiana, you're not taking the $1 billion.
God, I'm just saying. You have $1 billion in Gary? You're still in Gary?
No, $1 billion couldn't fix it. Even $1 billion, they're like, no, don't take it. Like, this is
still in Gary, Indiana.
It's that far gone.
Actually, I do know. You know what I'd do? If I can tell you what I would do if I lived in St. Joe. I would absolutely hit the button. I'd take all $1 billion just to bulldoze your house, kick you out. I would spend that
burn the house down. What are you, Shooter McGavin? Jesus.
I would do everything. I would spend my life's fortune just making you miserable. That's what I would do.
This guy won't get off of me. I don't know what I did to him. Became a billionaire and he won't leave me alone.
He's a real dick ever since he got that money.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, we're going to take a break. We got more coming up. It's the Plan B Morning Show. Stick around. I'll just make you homeless.
Yeah, what the hell? Come on.
What the hell, man? Anyway, Steve did have a good thing is that I never go anywhere anyway. I mean, if you're not a big traveler, why not?
That's true. Actually, I know a lot of people that way. They haven't even left the town.
No.
Yeah.
But like it all depends on sorry, hold on, keys. Like if you were in the middle of fucking Nebraska, like in a small town, it's like, Jesus Christ, no, I'm not hitting that button, but we're spoiled in this area,
It is, it really is, man. I enjoy it here. We got everything. Lakes, rivers, changing of the seasons. We got the lake to protect us. One thing I kind of don't like is the nuke plant. I love the nuke plant when it does.
Yeah.
Living next to it is a little.
It's just we're near a time.
You think about it. I hope they got
no
that.
one hit the nuke plant.
Right. But I'm mad.
Yeah.
Ship shape.
All right. Well, hey, thanks everyone for hanging out. We appreciate it. And have a great morning. We'll see you guys back here tomorrow on Friday. All right. Bye.